So this weekend we're up at Mount Bachelor in Bend, Oregon, and we get the privilege of spending a few days with Laurenne Ross. Laurenne is one of the U.S.'s top athletes with the U.S. ski team, and every year she puts together this really amazing event. Do you want to start by telling us what we're up to this weekend?
Yeah, we're up here at Mount Bachelor, and I host a camp. It's called Shred Camp, and I host a bunch of kids up here, ages 8 to 20 basically, and we just go out and shred on the mountain. We free ski all day, and there's a GS course that we set up, and so we do some training. We work on, different aspects of ski racing, such as like inspecting the course and tactics, taking the right lines and working on fundamentals. We're going to do a Dryland session today, so trying to cover all the bases, but yeah, mostly it's just a ton of fun.
It's such a cool gift that you give all these kids to get to interact with somebody that's at the top of the sport that they're all passionate about. Did you have an experience like that when you were a young girl? What was your spark that made you know that this was going to be your life?
Yeah, I remember meeting a couple top level athletes. Like I remember meeting Peekaboo Street and meeting Lindsay when I was, 15 or 16, and meeting Julia. And then I don't know what really sparked in me. I don't know if it was necessarily like one moment. I just knew that I loved skiing and I wanted to keep doing it. And as I grew, there were obviously a ton of different influences along the way. Many of my coaches were hugely impactful, and so I just look back and I see how important that was to me, and I just want to be able to give back to the younger kids and try to inspire them and create an opportunity for them to grow in their skiing and help them to have fun and enjoy themselves.
How cool. So great that you do that. So one thing that Brooke and I do, we have our YouTube channel called Fastlife TV, and it follows me around in my world of professional auto racing, and I love to see what other athletes at the top of their sport are doing to, both on the physical and the mental side. And I think ski racing and auto racing have a lot of similarities. So one of the topics this week that we're focusing on is decision making at high speeds. First of all, what kind of speeds are you hitting on a downhill or a GS course?
On a downhill course, we are typically skiing between 60 and 85 miles an hour.
So things are coming at you pretty fast.
Things are coming at you fast.
What do you do to be ready for that? What do you think the mental preparation is, and what goes into making decisions on the fly out there like that?
Yeah, so mental preparation is definitely huge. That's a really important aspect of skiing that all athletes at the top level are very concerned about, and they work on it all the time. We do a lot of visualization, and we inspect the course every time before we race. So normally I take about 30 to 45 minutes to inspect the whole course, which is a long time if you think about it for one run. I really take my time, look at the terrain, check out the gates, figure out where I want to put my skis and put my body, and try to figure out exactly what I want to do with my line. And I feel like comparing that to car racing is probably the most similar way to compare the two sports, but sometimes I'll go karting, and I definitely feel the similarities between the two, like as far as the G-forces and taking the right line. So inspecting and having a really, really good inspection is super important for us. I'm not sure, is that something that you guys do
Totally
too?
Key for us as well. And as a matter of fact, the episode this week was Brooke showing some of the time we spend in the golf cart. So we'll take a golf cart for like an hour, or
okay.
sometimes walking, because there's nothing really that replaces putting your feet on the course as well. I'll take a water bottle with me and sprinkle it on areas to see what's going to happen if it's wet here or wet there.
Okay.
Is there more traction on this side of the track or over here? So
Cool.
It's so important, and it gives you all kinds of confidence, I think, when you actually hit the track, right?
Definitely. If you go out there and you know where you're going and you have visualized the course over and over in your head, then you have so much more confidence because you know the course. You already know the course. And it's been proven, they've done a ton of studies on athletes and in tons of different sports, that visualization is key for performance.
Yeah, 100% agree. There's a book that I read by an author, Stephen Kotler, called The Rise of Superman. I'm curious if you've read that book or know about his project. It's called the Flow Genome Project, and it's the concept of flow and getting into that state where you're unconsciously at 105%.
Yeah, that's definitely a big part of skiing, for sure. often I lose myself out there, and I think that learning how to adapt and how to lose yourself in a way that's beneficial has been a difficult task, but I think that's something that you learn more and more with time and more with experience. I mean, I think you've probably obviously learned a lot more. I'm sure you used to get more nervous than you do now, and now your automatic reactions are probably a lot better than what they used to be as far as like performing.
Yeah, it starts to just feel like something normal that you do. It's not like a big surprise every weekend where you're going into it with your eyes like this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you hit a bump, or you get thrown off course a little bit, and your instinct comes into play, and that corrects you and puts you in the right place.
Absolutely. And so right now, as many of the fans may know, you're coming off of an injury.
Yeah.
It's probably not your first.
Not my first.
How do you deal with that? What do you do the next time you're out on the race course to put that out of your mind, or use that as fuel for you? I mean, how do you deal with it?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I like that you said using it as fuel, because I have been through a lot of injuries, and every time I come back from an injury, I'm really hungry. I have so much more drive. I've missed skiing so much, and I think it's going to be the same this time. I mean, it's a lot of hard work. It's a huge emotional battle. It's a huge physical battle, but I think in the end it's worth it, and you come out stronger on the other side.
Yeah. It's all about having that right perspective. It's great you can look at it that way, because a lot of people probably don't get there.
Yeah, it's been tough. I mean, there have been times where I'm like, I should just be done, but I don't want to give up, and I want to know that when I go back to skiing, I've given it everything I possibly could, so that whether it works out or whether it doesn't, I don't have any regrets.
That's awesome. I was at a meeting yesterday, and one of the big slides that came up was Louis Chevrolet with this quote of "Never give up." So don't slow down, because we love seeing our local Oregon girl ripping on the international ski racing stage. So,
thanks. I'm working on it.
And appreciate you taking some time. I know that you're probably anxious to load up on the snowmobile and go see what those kids are doing. We're going to hit the snow maybe for the last time this year. So,
cool.
Do you have anything else, Brooke?
No, that was awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing it.
Yeah,
no problem.
No problem.
She needs to keep her hands up in her face and her tuck, and then she's got to have like a smooth, clean arc and stand on her downhill ski and have confidence.
Okay, so you're going to show me how that's done, Haley? Okay, I'll be right behind you, okay, girl?
Thank you for following Fastlife TV. Please consider subscribing by clicking on our logo on the right-hand side of the screen. We love your likes and shares.